Hey y'all. Happy Friday. Happy preparation for your Sabbath. It's the weekend, baby. Anyway, you guys know on Fridays, I like to give you guys something to do that's going to help you prosper in your future or your near future to come. And earlier, I read the short from Matthew 10, verses 6 through 8, KJV version, right? And it's basically talking about, how the Messiah, when he was walking with the disciples, right? He was telling them what to do when they go out to the houses or to teach the churches, okay? He was saying, but go ready to the lost house, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give, right? So it didn't say go and charge, the lost sheep of Israel and warn them that the kingdom of at hand. But the Messiah taught them. They walked with the Messiah, right? The 12 disciples walked with the Messiah. He taught them. They was witnesses and everything. And Messiah never charged them. He taught them, right? Doing, in relations or in regards to the tithes, the Father said, yes, get 10%, right? But it was like, 10% of what you got, right? Your clothes, your food, whatever, and money, but it was not for money to help the pastor or the preacher get rich, right? If you was donating any kind of money, it was to help the church, right? But not to help, the pastor or the preacher flamboyant ways, right? To push them up in their glory of looking good, right? And having all these material things. The Father said, freely ye have received, freely you should give. So in regards to the tithes, 10% of the tithes, remember, the 10% was supposed to, whatever you got at home, you get 10% of that. Your food, your stock, to help the needy and everything, right? And and if you had to give money, it was money to help the church and the needy and the people of the church, but not to help the pastor go be more materialistic, right? Remember, the pastor's supposed to have a job, but man said, you don't work, you don't eat. But these days, those who have freely received the word is charging others to receive the word, right? The Father said, freely ye have received, freely ye should give. So for this weekend, those who are charging others for the words, I want you guys to cease, right? Okay, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You still have time to repent, and because you know the word, right, you can become a great asset and you can teach. Not charging people for their money, collecting all their money so you can go buy, but if you're going to collect that money, then help the needy, help the poor, help the church itself, but not yourself. You should have a job to take care of all your materialism, right? The Father said, if a man don't work, a man don't eat, right? But when the Father, taught the 12 disciples, did he charge them? He never charged them, right? And it was so powerful, right? And the reason why it was powerful, because they did not allow money to influence them, right? So now if you allowing money to influence you, your word is just falling on deaf ears, right? Because your intention not to really teach the word, right? Your intention is to make them feel some kind of way, to manipulate them some kind of way, attack their emotions because they vulnerable, right? So they can give you money, right? So you can go buy airplanes and houses and everything while the needy is still being needy, while the poor is still being poor, right? And the church, and the church is not being, taken care of as in a spiritual way, right? Or in a way that's pleasing to the Father, but it's taken care of in the way of a hall, of a big, extravagant place where people with money come to, right? So look, for this weekend, those, who are teaching the word, right, for money and really not for the Father, because within your heart, within your spirit, it's really not pure. That word is not for the Father, because the Father said, don't make money off my name. And if you making money off my name, then you're not working for the Father, you're working for man, right? You're working for man. So anybody who is charging others to receive the word when them themselves freely receive the word, it's not working for the Father, they're working for the man, because money itself influences you. And if you receiving money, there is no way you can give the word truthfully. right? Because, every time you get money, it's making you more glorified in your own ways, right? Which is causing you to go learn stuff, other word that's going to make somebody feel emotional so you can attack them in their vulnerability and then cause them to give you money, right? Just know, if you working for the Father, you remember the Father said don't make money off his name. And if you working for the Father, he going to take care of you regardless. In abundance, right? The Father said, freely ye have received the word, freely you said give. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about somebody trying to pay you for it. You don't got to get paid for them because he's going to take care of you. Okay, and it's not going to probably be back, riches and everything, but he maybe send somebody in your life to help you, make your life easier, make sure you get a secure job, right? Make sure you can take care of yourself, or maybe make sure that you can be a very successful entrepreneur, right? But you're going to prosper and prosper and prosper because he know that you're not making money off his name. Indeed, you're out there teaching the word, so he's rewarding you for out there teaching the word, right? See, it's a different way. You out there teaching the word, and you may be collecting tithes, right? But your tithes is truthful. Like Enoch, like the city of Enoch. Everybody is equal, right? Ain't nobody above one another, so therefore it can't be no strife or anything if everybody is equally, taken care of, right? So if everybody equally taken care of, right, where do the strife and the sin come in? It don't, right? Because of a true man, a true preacher, the pastor gonna make sure the church itself, the people themselves, is not gonna have that mentality where they think they're better than another, their pride and their arrogance not gonna be there. Ain't nobody gonna be around here flashing and everything, but no, they all gonna be on one accord. And that's to glorify the Father. Not to receive the word that the Father allowed you to receive, and then you're going to use it right against the Father and make money off of it, like so many do. So for this weekend, if you are part of them 2/3, right, that is charging, people to receive their Father's words, I'm going to ask you to go repent, because right now, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You got a chance, because again, if you know that word, then you can be a great asset, right? But don't be a wolf in sheep clothing, right? Be a true sheep of the Father, right? Because you know the word. Go out to the lost sheep of Israel and teach them. Teach them freely. Freely you have received, freely give. Don't charge others, right? Because you're not doing the Father no favor. You ain't doing yourself a favor, right? If you're charging, then that very money you receiving is only influencing you to go say more things to manipulate the person's mind, body, and emotional and their emotions, right? So you can then in turn make them feel vulnerable enough to give you money. Working on their emotions, because you know the very words to use, because you know it's not for the Father, really inside, because their heart is not pure. Because the Father said, don't make money off my name. Freely you receive, freely you give, right? Freely you have received that word from that Bible, which is powerful, right? Freely be a great sheep and not a wolf in sheep clothing, right? Stop charging the people from to teach the word. Freely you have received, freely you need to give, right? You see, with me, I'm not selling anything for money, right? You see, what I'm selling is for free, right? And guess what? In return, the Father is just continues to bless me in abundance, right? I'm talking about in abundance. It's exceed my understanding what he does for me, because freely I receive, freely I give. I don't go in here trying to collect. Can I get a 10%, and all this, and I want to sell y'all chains and y'all bracelets and all that. What I'm selling, it's for free. And the products that I'm selling is to help Israel, like my body butters, my lotions, my bath concoctions, the beard oils, the oil. Oh, that's still in progress. I still got my website. Only reason my business not doing so well right now, because I got to do a lot of work right now, and I haven't really promoted it. But the website's still up. The Father still allowed me to keep it paid up, because down the line, it's going to be an abundance for Israel. Everybody is going to come to me. They're going to come buy all my products. They're going to come to my house and buy all my vegetables and fruits that I'm going to freely grow from the free soil, right? And all the products that I'm going to be making, they're going to come to me, because why? The Father going to send them to me, because freely I teach his word. Right? Freely I receive his word, freely I teach his word, and his reward going to ensure that my husband and I and our family be made to prosper in abundance. See, y'all don't know. That's the mystery, right? You know, you get your reward now, right? Because you out here charging everybody, right, to teach the word. So all your airplanes and all your houses and all your $1 million chains and, you know, all the people you got under you right now here in that flesh, that's your reward. But my reward going to become eternally. All the people going to come to me. Because why? What I'm doing right now is earning their trust. They know what I'm saying is true, right? They know what I'm saying is true. And of course, you know, the social media suppresses my videos and my podcasts because I had to stop one of my podcasts on Rumble because they made it so hard for me to post them to the point where the Father just led me. I hope it was the Father that led me to just get on out of Rumble because still my will is still going to be done. You still got the other podcasts to keep pushing them up. And one thing I noticed that they was suppressing my views. I could get 600-700. Now I'm down to 200. But that's okay because guess what? The whole world is going to be watching me. The whole world is going to be learning from me. You know why I know? Because I already received the vision. It will happen because freely I'm receiving the word, freely I'm giving. All those who charge the word, their time coming in, they're going to fall right with the 2/3 if they don't repent. Because the kingdom of heaven at hand, repent. You know that word. Become a great asset, right? Not a great people pleaser, but be a pleaser of the Father to glorify his name, being that he allowed you to learn his word thoroughly. And when he allowed you to learn that word thoroughly, he didn't tell you to thoroughly go charge people to receive the word. So for this weekend, I want you guys who out there charging the word, get back to your purity. Get back to your purity. Because when you first became a pastor or preacher, it was for pure. It was for the Father, right? But when you seen what kind of power and control you had over people, you took advantage of it. And you said, woo, I can be rich. These people like me. These people come to me. They believe everything, right? So I'm going to will them all on in. You know, but in the beginning, it was about pure. You was helping the people and everything. They trust you. They believed in you, right? Believed you. But then, down the line, that power, caused you become prideful, right? You stop being humble. It caused you to become prideful, right? Because you realize that, okay, man, these people, they don't mind helping the church, but I can go further, okay? These tithes, right? You know, I'm just going to keep on pushing because, in fact, I don't really got to work no more. I can just use them to take care of me, right? So what you're doing is allowing yourself to be influenced by money. So your word to the people is not pure no more. Because the Father specifically said, don't make money off my name, right? The tithes, in regards to the tithes, bring it in. Yes, 10%. Bring it in to help the poor, the needy, the church, right? And everybody be on one accord, like the city of Enoch. But not to glorify yourself, your fleshly ways, right? And allow yourself to be influenced by the tithes from the people in a monetary way. Because, you're not glorifying the Father. You only glorify your materialism. All right, you guys. So again, for this weekend, those who are out there charging to teach the word, cease. Okay? For right now, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You have the chance to repent because we need those powerful words, right? We need you to teach, right? Freely you have received, freely give. Go out there to the lost house of the sheep of Israel. Go out there to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and freely teach the word. Just as you freely received the word. Just like when the Messiah was walking with his 12 disciples, teaching them, they was witnesses, right? They went out freely to teach the church, to teach the people, and the Messiah gave them strict rules, right? To go out there and do things, right? Matthew 10, verse 6 through 8, KJV version reads as follows. But go ready to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as ye go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. There are so many who receive the word freely, but choose to charge others to receive the word. But not me. What I'm selling is free. Freely I receive, freely I give. Love y'all. Happy Friday. Happy preparation for your 7th. Bye now.